Hey everyone. I know I said I had to stop, but when you have something on your mind, you gotta, put it out there. Um, I've been listening to the Conan, the barbarian stories for like the last 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks now. It's been a while. I've been listening to a lot of them. The one I'm on now is Conan, A Witch Shall Be Born. And in this one, they finally give, in my opinion, like the best descriptions of who the Shemites were during this time. Now, I want to try to lay this out. Think about this, right? 1927 is when the first TV was produced. Okay. Up until that point, people would gather around the radios, right, and listen to, radio stories, and listen to the radio for news and stuff like that. So, 1932 is when these Conan stories were being aired. So it wasn't like there was a gap where people were watching TV and they could see this. They still had to visualize a lot of this, right? They still were into reading books and things, but they were still into listening to the radio and listening to these stories right on the radio. And what's also interesting is, you think about it, 1933 is when World War II took place. So this is during World War II, is the one where, right, Adolf Hitler was doing the whole, murdering of the Jews, right, and the Shemitic people. So think about this, right? When you pull up on Liverbox, now you can listen to the YouTube videos or just go to Liverbox and listen to them there. So go through the archives and listen to the stories there. As you pull that up, okay, and you're going through, you're going to listen to that. Listen to the episode called A Witch Shall Be Born, because they start to describe the Shemites, right? They start saying stuff like, these are the Shemites that are there are nothing but dogs. They call them blue devils, but at the same time describe them as being black people. They, tell them their skin is black because of the sun. They were burnt by the sun and things like that. So they have no problem during this time frame telling you that the people of Shem are black, and just putting them in a negative light. They're black, but they're nothing but thieves and they're rapists. All they want to do in all these Conan stories, they haven't had a character that was black yet that didn't want to rape somebody, or rape a woman. They have these stories where, they're down in Africa and they're worshiping this white goddess, but they want to rape her, So just check, like I said, check it out, because you think about it. If Adolf Hitler is going through and he's doing what he's doing to the Jews at this time, but yet you listen to these stories on the radio, and the Jews, or the Shemite people, I'm sorry, they didn't mention Jews, but the Shemitic people are these blacks that are burnt by the sun and just rapists and thieves. You got to think about it. Why didn't the people at the time have a problem with this? See what I'm saying? Like, why didn't the people have a problem hearing these stories that the Shemites were black, but yet the Shemites were being killed in Germany, and they want us to believe that they were these people of Japhet, these Ashkenazis. See what I'm saying? They listen to these stories for pleasure that make it sound like, oh, the Shemites were bad, they need to be killed, but yet they're trying to tell us that during the time the Shemites were these innocent people that were just being tortured by Adolf. So I just thought it was interesting. Like, when you're listening to it, it's just what keeps coming into your mind. How did this pass? How did this pass at the time? You're listening to stories about Conan killing, Shemite people, and yet you have Adolf killing what was supposed to be Shemite people. So it doesn't make sense. But they're interesting because these stories I know they said they're fictional, but to me they seem like they might they're based on something true. They just switched up a few names and places because if you do what I do and you pause them and you always go and you look up these places and look up the names of stuff, you know, it's of real places of names of real gods and goddesses. Like one day they always throw in there, the people of the barbarians are always talking about Ishtar. Like Ishtar, the way people say, Jesus Christ when they stub their toe and stuff like that or swear all the time, is the way they use Ishtar's name. And we know who she is. She's supposed to be the king of heaven who the Israelites were baking cakes to and then sacrificing, So there was that. And it was something else. I just don't remember what it was, but I know that Conan thing really stuck out to me. How all these stories of the barbarians, going about doing their things. Oh, there was the Corinthians. Even the Corinthians are mentioned in these Conan the Barbarian stories. But they said it's supposed to be fiction. Oh, if you get a chance, there used to be this TV show called The Eyes of Abraxas. Look up that TV show on YouTube. Look up Abraxas. The Abraxas looks like the logo from Starbucks, but the dude version of it, right? And one thing I've been trying to figure out is this dude who's supposed to be the hero of this. He has the beast, the mark of the beast. I don't understand why they put that in there. He's supposed to be able to talk to animals. Like that telekinesis thing where it's all mental and stuff. No, something else. Oh. I'm going to leave it in the description box. Now, look, I'm really open to trying to figure out what the heck this is all about. I ran across, when I was looking up names from the Conan the Barbarian thing, I ran across on Wikipedia one page that led to another, this thing called the Ocean of Milk. Now, it has to do with the Scorpion King, Eternal Life, the Milky Way. Oh, it has to do with a lot. It has to do with turtles and stuff like that. I'll have to pull it up so I can read it so everyone can see what I'm talking about. Because something about it makes me think like it's more than just what Wikipedia, whoever wrote this article, it's more than just that. How am I putting this into words? It has more to do with just what they're trying to say it is. It's. I'll just have to leave it in the description box, and when I get a chance, we'll go over it. Anyways, take care, everyone.